Hello, my name is Rocket, and welcome to the very first episode of my Postknight playthrough. If you haven't played this game or you're just starting out, I will be going through all the information of the game so you can know the best stats and whatnot. Now, if you don't know what exactly is happening right now, we are a rookie Postknight trying to become an official Postknight, and to do so we need to do one final quest or one final mission that we'll be receiving from this mysterious woman. We are currently at the headquarters of the Postknight, and I will not be reading the dialogue, so you can read it while I read it, and we'll move on the game like that, since I want to discuss other things while we play the game. So let's get started. Alright, let's put our name. Obviously it will be Rocket. There we go. So then let's get started with our final mission. So as you can see, our final mission is to deliver all the mail to the Pompon villagers. As you can see, we have our first fight here. As you can see, we have our sword, which is our first ability, and we just swing our sword and do like a dash. It does a bit of damage. And we found our first villager here from the Pompon village. So now I need to go to the village and find out what happened to all the villagers that are missing. As you can see, we find our first equipment here, which is the novice's buckler, which will be our shield. So we will get a new ability, which is the shield, which I will be discussing a little bit later. So as you can see, when you complete a stage, you get your XP bar, your level, the time it took you to complete the stage. In this case, it took 12 seconds. I got 31 XP, and we can see all our loot here. And we also leveled up, so we can use our points to increase our strength, our agility, our intelligence, and our vitality. I do recommend when you get started to just equally increase your stats on all four, because you want a well-balanced character. Later on in the game, you can actually reset your stats and get all the points back and increase it to become a stronger character, which you will be wanting to put mostly on strength and agility. But currently, since it's just the beginning of the game, you want a well-balanced character. That's why I do recommend just putting it in every single stat equally. So we finally reached Pompon, and we are going to talk to Chief Merrick here. Finally give him his mail, and we have all the remaining villagers to give. So now we need to go and search for the villagers to give them their letters. Now we finally get this this main view of everything. So we have the settings here on top, which you can do a little bit of things that you can mess with if you want. You have your gems, your coins on the top corner. Now we also have our level, our name, our HP bar. We have this, which means we are C9 Postknight ranked officer. And then we have our strengths here. You can see what we have. I have this book here, which gives all the stats, what you're wearing, how you look, all your things on your stats. Have to strength, to agility, to intelligence, and vitality. The potion that we'll be getting in a little bit, and our bonds that I'll be talking a little bit further into this playthrough as well. And the only other thing I have unlocked currently is the inventory, which gives us all the items we've collected on our journeys. With that, you can see we have some missing houses here. So let's go search for them. On stage 2 of Floret Lane. So you mainly want to use your... Oh my god, I didn't use my shield there? That's really unlucky. I might lose actually. So you basically want to use your sword when you're about to meet an enemy. That way your dash might hit enemies that are hidden behind that enemy, and you can get a multiple hit damage. Your shield you want to use to block as much damage as possible, and to shorten the knockback that you get once you hit an enemy that you will notice when you don't have your shield up a bit further in the road. So you finally found another villager, which is Aiden the blacksmith. So every village will have a blacksmith, and he will be basically helping us with our equipment, which I'll be going to talk about in a bit. So we're gonna have a little tutorial here on how to actually upgrade your equipment and whatnot. So you give him his letter. So let's just upgrade our shield here to level 2, or to 2 stars. There we go, we got ourselves a nice shield. Now let's talk a little bit about the equipment here. So every set has 4 pieces of equipment. You have like your sword, your shield, your armor, and a helmet to protect yourselves. And if you have 4 of the same set, 4 equipment of the same set equipped, you get a bonus. So if you see the novices set, you get 10% more gold. Now I do recommend you always have a set equipped to get that bonus. And then we have other sets here in different tiers, from tier 1 to tier 6 and tier S. That's basically the start here, or like the events and whatnot. Now I'll be going back here in a little bit, so once we find another important character. But for now, that is all we can do, and let's continue finding more villagers. So let's go to stage 3 of Floret Lane. Hopefully I can use the shield this time. So as you can see, I'm using it at the limit when I'm about to find an enemy to hit more enemies there. So you found Fiora the Alchemist. So like the blacksmith, every village will have an alchemist, which will help you improve your potion, which we will find out in just a little bit. We deliver Fiora her letter. And here we go. So your potion here, you have the number of health that you get when you use it. So you get plus 26 HP. It takes 8.5 seconds of cooldown, and you get 6 points of defense when you use it. And then you have the herbs that increase this amount or reduce the cooldown in this case. So you have the Cera Leaf, the Buffwort, and the Sage. There we go. That is our final ability, so we have our sword or shield in our potion. Very nice that we have finally all our abilities. Let's seal up there. There we go. Oh, more enemies. That should be it. And we found another villager. we found Carl the Merchant, which is the remaining villager that is available in every single village. Also got a nice level up again. So the merchant is basically where you can buy different items. And finally his letter. Now there are different types of items. You have the white text ones, which is common. You have the blue ones, which is rare. You have the purple ones, which is basically super rare. And you get the gold ones, or yellow, that are legendary items. Now as you can see here at the bottom, we have an adventurer's cap and a combat armor, which means to complete the sets, if you go back here to the blacksmith, where you can see we actually have an upgrade available, as well as in the potions. We cannot complete the adventurer's set or the combat set just by playing the game and being rewarded while we finish stages. You actually have to buy the remaining piece from the merchant to finish the set, which means unless you have the resources to buy it, it is not worth to upgrade the remaining items that you will get for playing stages. So this will mostly happen on the last two remaining sets of each tier. So if you go to tier 2, that will happen to Crimson set and Seagleam set, and so on. So I'll just be with my novice set for now until we get a nice set later on. So I'm just gonna upgrade my sword there, and I'm gonna go here to my potions and level up that up as well. Alright, with that out of the way, now you know to try to only use the starter set unless you know you have the resources to use on the remaining sets. So with that out of the way, we finally found every villager here. So we have the innkeeper, which in this case is Chief Merrick. Basically, you can refresh your stats. You can spend a lot of gold to get an improvement on your HP gain per second, and you can just have a really fast recovery like 10 gems. You have the alchemist, or the blacksmith, that you can upgrade your equipment and equip different equipment. You have the alchemist here, where you improve your potions details, and you have the merchant, where you can buy things. This will be available in every village you go to, but for now we're in Pompon. So let's finish the first stage of Floret Lane with the final 5th one. Hopefully we can actually beat it here. It should be our final monster, which hopefully we can beat here. There we go. And we have finished the first stage here. So we have found almost all the villagers here. We got another piece of equipment here. We'll equip that. The novices, I didn't read it. The novices guard. There we go. Get ourselves some nice XP, some nice upgrades. And we have finished the first stage. Now a few more things will be available. As you can see, what appeared in front of us were the bounties. But Chief Merrick appears. So we have available routes now, but let's just wait on that. As you can see, the exclamation point we have here, we finally completed a mission. There are a lot of missions you can complete, so that's pretty cool, and you get a lot of gems for it. We still have this book to uncover. We'll need a few more levels for that, But with that out of the way, we have a few new things to talk about. So first is the routes. As you complete, so this is the areas. As you know, we have the headquarters in Pompon, which is the first village we're in, and we have the routes. You have a normal and hard difficulty. Once you complete all 5 stages of a route, or currently we have defeated Floret Lane, we can now go to this special area and defeat it for a lot of XP and items and whatnot. Currently, we only have Floret Lane done, but now we're going to move to the Timber Path next episode. So I will just be doing this route of Floret Lane now and finishing the episode, but before that I do want to upgrade my potion. So I get more HP. Oh. Less time, and maybe you can upgrade Sage? No, we cannot. So as you can see, you have the Merchant, the Alchemist, the Blacksmith, the Innkeeper, and then you have this that we haven't talked about yet, which is basically the bounties. So if you defeat 10 Bandit Rangers, 30 Dire Wolves Cubs, and the Bandit Chief, you will get rewarded. And this resets in 5 hours and 43 minutes. And you also have this, which is delivery quests, where you basically, if you complete this, you gain a certain badge. This is the Postknight, or not a badge, token. A Postknight token, which can increase you the rank. Once you increase the rank, you will get these bonuses when you are offline, and it's really good for continuously grinding even when you're not playing. And you have different types of tokens, as you can see. Now, with that out of the way, I want to just do the route here of Floret Lane, and once that's done, I will just be finishing this episode, and I will not be continuing through the story. I will be finishing these bounties and these deliveries, and when next episode comes around, we will be doing the Timber Path. So let's go to the Floret Lane. So this is a different type of stage where you actually fight a lot more monsters or enemies, and it's a bit tougher, it's a bit longer. Oop, I didn't shield that. But I think we're doing just fine here. And we found the middle part. Once you hit the middle, when you do one of those route challenges, you can actually rest if you watch an ad or pay gem here, but I will not do that. I am pretty healthy, I am pretty fine. So I'm just gonna keep on going. There we go. Since the cubs are really weak, I'm not using my swords on them. I'm trying to leave it up for the remaining enemies. And then we have this big fella. There we go, and we finished. Get a lot of XP for that, another level up. Almost 2. And that is it for the routes. As you can see, almost finishing a bounty as well. Now I actually might not be able to defeat a few of these bounties because the Bandit Chief is a bit later into the story. And the Bandit Rangers are a bit rare, but the Dire Wolves is obviously going to be easily accomplished. So with that done, let's just improve here, or equipment. It's very important you upgrade a little bit of your early equipment so you actually have an easier time when fighting. Yeah, this reduced. And that, more defenses. So I will, now that you've done the normal route Floret Lane, you can now go and try the hard one, which I don't think I can actually defeat for now. We'll be doing that a little bit later. And we also have, oh, I have to go all the way back. So the bounties I already talked about. I might not be able to finish that, but deliveries, I will try and do it. I can actually just do one of them so we can receive a token here. Let's go and do that. Maybe we'll be able to do it, maybe not, not sure. Maybe we're too weak. We're having a lot of trouble with these enemies. My god, we're not gonna be able to. So, as you can see, I'm not ready to defeat the deliveries yet. So I'm just gonna be doing. Maybe I'll do it to get the bounty of the rangers done. But as you can see, we're still a little bit too early into the game. But we finished our first route, and that is enough for now. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.